How a boy with $0 created Nike. The inspiring story of Phil Knight. In the world of business, few stories are as inspiring as that of Nike, the global giant that started with nothing but a dream. Today, Nike is worth over $112 billion, but its journey to becoming one of the most recognized brands in the world began with a boy, a passion for running, and a vision to change the sportswear industry. This is the story of Phil Knight, the co-founder of Nike, and how he turned a small investment into one of the most powerful companies in the world. The early years, a dream on the run. Phil Knight was born in 1938 in Portland, Oregon. From a young age, he had a passion for running, and that love for sports would shape his future in ways he could never have imagined. Knight wasn't always destined for business success. In fact, as a student, he struggled like many others. But there was something that set him apart: his relentless determination and ability to dream big. After high school, Knight went to the University of Oregon, where he was coached by Bill Bowerman, a legendary figure in track and field. Bowerman saw Knight's potential, not just as a runner, but as someone who could think outside the box. This mentorship would prove pivotal in Knight's journey. But at the time, he had no idea how far it would take him. After finishing his degree, Knight went on to pursue an MBA at Stanford University. It was during this time that he wrote a paper outlining a bold business idea: to import high-quality, low-cost Japanese shoes to the American market and compete with the European brands dominating the industry. Knight had no money, no business experience, and no clear path forward. But he had an idea that would eventually turn into a multi-billion-dollar business. The $50 investment, from thesis to business idea. After graduating from Stanford, Knight took a leap of faith and traveled to Japan to meet with shoe manufacturers. In 1964, he and his former coach, Bill Bowerman, founded a company called Blue Ribbon Sports with the goal of importing shoes from Japan to sell in the US. Their initial investment? Just $50, a tiny amount by today's standards. Knight contributed that amount from his own savings, and Bowerman offered his expertise in athletics and testing shoes. They began by selling shoes out of the trunk of Knight's car at track meets. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. Despite the modest start, they managed to sell shoes and build a small following. But there were major challenges ahead. The turning point, the birth of Nike. The relationship between Blue Ribbon Sports and their Japanese suppliers, Onitsuka Tiger, began to sour in the late 1960s. Knight and Bowerman wanted more control over their business and distribution, while Onitsuka sought greater involvement in the US operations. This led to a decisive moment. In 1971, Knight and Bowerman broke away from Onitsuka and began designing their own shoes. It was in 1971 that the brand Nike was born. The name was inspired by the Greek goddess of victory, symbolizing the triumph and competitive spirit that Nike would come to represent. The company also needed a logo, and Knight hired a graphic designer named Carolyn Davidson, who created the iconic swoosh, a simple yet powerful symbol that would become one of the most recognizable logos in the world. Knight didn't have enough money to pay Davidson up front, but promised her a small stake in the company. Nike's official launch marked a bold new chapter, but they still faced enormous hurdles in a crowded market. Yet Knight knew that the future of Nike lay not just in selling shoes, but in building a powerful brand. Building the brand, the power of persistence. Nike's journey wasn't without its struggles. The company faced slow sales and financial difficulties as they tried to compete against industry giants like Adidas and Puma. But Knight was committed to innovation. One of the key turning points came in 1984, when Nike signed a young, relatively unknown basketball player named Michael Jordan. The partnership led to the creation of the Air Jordan sneaker, which would revolutionize the sports endorsement industry and make Nike a household name. Nike's marketing strategy, particularly the launch of the iconic "Just Do It" slogan in 1988, helped to solidify the brand as more than just shoes. It became a symbol of ambition, achievement, and breaking barriers. Nike didn't just sell shoes, it sold a mindset. Meanwhile, Bill Bowerman's obsession with improving the design of running shoes led to some of Nike's most innovative products, including the now famous waffle sole. These innovations helped Nike stand out in a crowded market and gave athletes a product designed specifically for their needs. From $0 to a global powerhouse, Nike's transformation from a small operation to a global powerhouse didn't happen overnight. The company faced financial struggles, legal challenges, and criticism for its labor practices. However, Nike's commitment to innovation and his willingness to take risks, whether through bold endorsements, new product designs, or creative marketing strategies, paid off. By the time Phil Knight stepped down as CEO in 2004, Nike was a $14 billion company. Today, the brand is worth over $112 billion, a testament to the vision, resilience, and persistence of Knight and his team. Nike had become not only the leading sportswear brand, but also a symbol of success in the world of business and culture. Phil Knight's journey from a boy with no money to the CEO founder of one of the world's most valuable companies proves that success doesn't always require starting with a fortune. Sometimes it's about having a vision and being relentless in your pursuit of that vision, no matter how many setbacks or challenges you face along the way. The legacy of Nike and Phil Knight. Today, Nike is not just a global brand. It's a symbol of excellence and achievement. From the humble beginnings with $50 to its current $112 billion net worth, Nike's journey is a testament to the power of innovation, risk-taking, and sheer perseverance. Nike has become a force in the sports industry, and its iconic products are worn by athletes in virtually every sport around the world. Phil Knight's story teaches us that no matter where you start, whether with $0 or a dream, big things are possible if you're willing to work hard and stay focused. As Knight himself famously said, "The only time you must not fail is the last time you try." Conclusion. Nike's rise from a small shoestring startup to a multi-billion-dollar company is an inspiring example of what can happen when you believe in yourself and stay committed to your goals. Today, Nike stands as a global leader with a net worth of over $112 billion, and its story will continue to inspire generations to come. From a boy with nothing but a vision to the co-founder of a $112 billion empire, Phil Knight's journey proves that anything is possible with the right combination of passion, persistence, and purpose.